Cryptoverse was the best.
All right, guys, here we are at McDonald's, back at my work. Just got out of my car. We're going to go back to work.
Good morning, good morning.
See if we can talk to
Welcome back to another episode of,
Getting invested in some crypto, yeah.
Yes,
all right, here we go.
Of course, we cover the news in real time.
Here we
and
go.
Get you guys going in the morning. How's it going, guys? Good morning, good morning.
I'm loving
good morning.
it, yeah.
Jeez, guys, what is going on?
Hello.
Well, we got
here?
Cliff here. Good morning, Otaku and Chaos Crew. We
today?
got Crypto Quint. Good morning, guys. Good morning.
Are you happy?
He'll be listening.
Put a smile on.
Today. That's why
are you happy? Put a smile on.
This is why I'm doing this.
Bitcoin's going up in a big way.
Of course, listen
right,
while you're working.
G-Dog
in the house. Good morning, all. What the hell is going on? Yes, Crypto Quint. Two otakus. Yes, two otakus. Well, one of us is real. One of us is real. Well, I mean, both of us technically are real. But anyway, let's get into what's going on this morning, guys. It's a broad sell-off this morning. You can see right now on Bubbles, we're starting to see a bit of a pullback on pretty much every asset. The average sell-off right now is about 2.1% on the top 100, 1.3 on the top 200. I know we're going to get into everything. There's just so much stuff to cover. So much stuff to cover. Brent is up to at least $85 a barrel. Look at the huge spike we've had now overnight. And the list of chaos continues, man. In the markets, over $970 billion, almost $1 trillion, has now been wiped out of the Asian stock market as of last night. Japan, $350 billion erased. China, $360 billion erased. Hong Kong, $110 billion erased. Taiwan, $140 billion, and it just continues to go. Oh boy, guys, it's gonna be a day. It's a Friday too, so maybe just sit back. Don't look at your portfolio for till the weekend's over, sort of day. Yeah, probably gonna be one of those. Okay, so what spurred this? Well, there is a bit of a scare that there's going to be a DeepSeek 2.0 like event, like we saw last April. Let's get into it. This morning I got a whole bunch of clips from Doomberg as of this morning as things developed. We do have a big list of things coming on the pipeline for next week. We do have the Michigan sentiment. We have the World Cup final next on Sunday. We have Google and Tesla earnings by Tuesday, and then we have the ECB's, of course, Fed rate decision in the Central Bank of Europe on Thursday next week, and then we have jobless claims on Friday. So it's going to be a pretty heavy week next week, regardless of what happens with this AI debacle. Let's get into it.
The chip sell-off accelerates as a surprise AI breakthrough from China rattles markets.
And streaming giant Netflix is also weighing on sentiment after delivering a disappointing forecast.
Also, oil continuing to rise as the US and Iran intensify their attacks beyond military targets. Brent edging higher, above $85 a barrel now as the US and Iran intensify their attacks. President Trump addressed the nation in a primetime speech.
We're making a record investment in our armed forces, and we have the strongest and most powerful military
this is from yesterday's
by
crypto
far
bingo
anywhere in the world. We are likewise winning big in Iran, and you will
winning
see
big.
the
So much winning.
That labor very shortly.
So
America is back and doing really well.
For the latest, Bloomberg Washington correspondent Tyler Kendall joins us now. Tyler,
right, we can kind of skip through the rest of that. If you guys
now
didn't catch that last night,
like
we did get bingo.
And other types of infrastructure.
Right, Vani, I think it's fair to say that the U.S. has really expanded the scope of its efforts, both by targeting Iranian infrastructure, but also the fact that we're seeing the U.S. enforce its naval blockade deeper into the Persian Gulf. If we start with this latest wave of attacks, we heard from Iranian state media confirm that the U.S. targeted and hit at least 6 bridges as part of what appears to be a bid by the U.S. to disrupt supply routes to a key Iranian port city and naval base that the IRGC uses to disrupt traffic in the Strait of Hormuz. Now, CENTCOM came out and said that they are...
All right, so the war rages on.
repo, though, than the Nasdaq 100. It's a big sell-off for chips once again today, and not just chips, but also hyperscalers and really almost everything tech, bar a few names, which we will get to. We have the VIX trading almost at 19, so a little bit more fear as the sell-off gains steam. Bitcoin, which cracked 65,000 yesterday, is right back down below 63,000. We have gold below 4,000 as the prospect of rates staying higher for longer enters this market. And that's all with the backdrop of the Iran war escalating and crude oil prices back above 85 for Brent.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now to high interest, a look at what's making headlines around the world. Trump media will begin selling real-time access to Truth Social posts from its highest profile accounts through a new service
really
called
happened
API.
yesterday.
So the feed
that
aimed at
ethical
high-frequency and algorithmic traders
Act
launches next month as the company looks to create a new revenue stream. Pricing wasn't disclosed. And wildfire smoke from hundreds of Canadian fires is choking cities.
And then, we're blaming Canada because we can't breathe. We can't breathe. Chicago, of course, getting the blunt of it right now. Probably Detroit as well. All right, let's take a look and see what else we got going on this morning, guys. Again, Trump is blamed now for some of the worst as the economic outlook gets worse. And Trump is getting blamed for it. He's getting blamed for it. We can get into that this morning. Americans remain deeply concerned about their financial future despite a surging shock in the market and the lower gas prices. Yeah, no, there's no lowering. I mean, I just left the house yesterday and it was like $4 a gallon here in sunny Florida. According to the latest CNBC All-American, of course, economic survey, amid the angst over rising prices for food and other goods, President Donald Trump's approval rating is just 40%, with the high negatives on his handling of the economy and the war in Iran. Again, this ended up actually on our list last night for the Normie search history. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. All right. So despite being a booming stock market and improving inflation numbers, the public is depressed about the economy and has been since the years just after the pandemic, and increasingly concerned about the cost of everyday goods, as they should be, but they don't really know the truth. No, they don't. They don't really know the truth. According to the latest CNBC All-American, of course, economic survey, the result continued deeply negative approval numbers for the President Donald Trump, yet only a modest advantage for the Democrats when it comes to the public's preference for control of Congress. All right, I think we can pretty much, skip the rest of that there. Take a look and see what's going on the other side of the headlines. But yeah, we do still have, of course, the DeepSeek scare in the markets today. DeepSeek champions China's bid to flood the world with cheap AI. Bloomberg on a video conference with Heng Zhao earlier this year, one of China's hottest startups, held a 4-hour pitch meeting with potential venture interest for investors that was unusual by almost any measure. Only 2 representatives per institution were allowed. The majority of these present were getting a glimpse of the company's leader for the first time. They had this big meeting. On a video conference call with Heng Zhao earlier this year, one of China's hottest startups held a 4-hour pitch. They just went into all that. So we're a group of very ordinary people, said Luang Wenfeng, DeepSeek's elusive founder, according to some of the attendees. His comments belies the extraordinary status of this company, a Chinese startup that has shaken up the global tech industry with powerful models trained on the fraction of those resources used by OpenAI and Anthropic, as we heard last year in about March or April. When that whole thing, of course, tanked the market. Liang ultimately raised $7.4 billion in the largest private AI funding financing in Chinese history, valuing the 3-year-old lab at more than $50 billion. Just weeks later, DeepSeek is plotting an initial public offering in 2027 that will likely bring in billions more. And obviously, we're gonna feel it over here in the States. All right. Let's so that's going on right now. I just want to mention too, I did see this. I'm not sure if I'll be able to pull it up now. Did I share it? No, I did not share it. Damn it! There was a video circulating around, like a drone jumping around on X. I can probably find it if I scroll it down just a little bit more. I think it's maybe around here. Maybe not. But there's a drone circulating that's like capturing 3D models in real time. It's insane. It's insane. They're definitely getting pretty good about this right now with these AI models, driven models, and yeah, at some point we're just gonna snap our fingers and get whatever we want out of life. All right, let's take a look and see what else we have. We do have opening bell happening right now. Yes, we do. Almost missed it.
Thank you so much.
Oh, almost missed it.
GFuzz was the ticker, GFUZ,
Too
and
much
high
chaos
fives all around because it did pop the first day by 21% as well.
I do love when I look at those shots because everyone is indeed so happy. But maybe the markets, to your point, Bonnie, is not that happy today. You're looking at red on the screen across the board for me. We have the AI trade really showing signs of fatigue as sky-high valuations leave little room for disappointment. And investors are weighing a new threat overnight that came out. The AI model from China called Moonshot has could pressure spending and profits across the sector. You're looking at NVIDIA down by more than 2%. SanDisk even lower by nearly 4%. And advanced micro devices or AMD down by nearly 4%. So really red across the screen, Bonnie.
All right, Isabel, thank you. Netflix plunging after forecasting slow.
Yeah, Netflix. Let's take a look and see what Kramer and friends are talking about, and then we'll see who they have on this morning on Doomberg. Kramer. No Kramer? Looks like it's broken, kind of broken. Yeah, not really working. That's what happens. Half the time it doesn't work. Newslive.com. You can get, of course, all the news outlets for free at newslive.com. Don't pay for what you get for free, guys. Okay. All right. I guess we'll get back to Doomberg.
Do you think that there's a disappointment? I think that for Netflix, it started with the whole arguing over who was going to buy Warner. Like that whole thing sort of took the directional.
All right, we're still talking about Netflix. I really don't want to hear about Netflix. Let's catch up with you guys one more time in the chat, and then we're going to get into what happened. Of course, winning, so much winning.
We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. Say, please.
Of course, last night we called for baseline bear, a little lower than my scribble, but we still landed on top of our bear target today. Not surprised. Are you guys surprised? Probably more doom to come. It is only 9:30, so another hour or a half hour even. We could see a little bit more of a leg down for the BTC. It's still kind of following our general move again for the month of July, going into hopefully a good or better month for August if we do get clarity. If not, we're gonna probably correct even further downward. All right, moving on. This could be the beginning of it though. Let's take a look and see what's going on with you guys in the chat. How are we doing? Crypto JPEG says, what the hell is going on? Yes. Okay, Crypto Quint says, bro, I know I should have longed oil last night. You should have longed oil. Yeah, because Brent is up $85 a barrel now. Crypto Quint says, was a nice bull flag on the 4 hour. Gwei health check. Good question. Let's get a Gwei health check real quick. It's dead, sir. It's dead. It's just fucking dead. I mean, it's not dead, but I mean, it's... The price action right now is dead. If I can get it to load. I need to reformat my computer again. I just did it this week. Oh man. Yeah, I cannot open the chart. Wow, to save my life. It's just Gwei too. That's weird. There we go. Gwei continues to sell off. Not looking at all good at all, guys. As we're looking at this on the 30-minute, continuing with dead cat bounce. Nothing really new to see here. Zoom out on the hour. Come on. God, jeez. Okay. Just like only certain time frames. Yeah, it's just we still haven't found our bottom. I'm trying to get the longer time frames to show you guys the how brutal this move is. And you can see here we are still selling down closer to where the coin originally came into the space, so it's not good. This could be a make or break moment for the project. It could be dead, literally could be dead. I just want to tell it like it is. Coins come back from stuff like this, but the project has been quiet about it. I haven't checked in the last 8 hours. I just woke up, but the last 12 or 15 hours, we have still heard nothing from the project. I sold half my bag. I told you guys just a day or two ago. I'm kind of out. I'm sitting on my hands on the other half. I'm just gonna wait. until we hear something for the future of this project. Gwei is, of course, a utility play for Ethereum. It was doing very well with Ethereum's prior moves. Right now is a bad day, of course, for even Ethereum. So we'll have to wait and see. We just have to wait. We just have to wait. If you have any conviction, you know, and you're sitting on this coin, now might be the time, of course, to maybe question that. The final bottom possibly could be at 26 cents, but I'm not betting on it. I think it's pretty much going to continue probably past that, like a lot of other coins do. It has been, of course, overheated. This is a perfect storm, though. His has been a perfect storm for Gwei. Again, they just had their rewards acclaimed in July 9th for staking rewards, so of course up then. And then, of course, we have a there is a, I should put that on the board now. I think it's on the 21st. Come on, I can't do anything on this chart anymore. Okay, all right, just copy paste. Yeah, we do have a token unlock coming up on the 21st of July. So yeah, it's a perfect storm. It could be the final bout of a buy the rumor, sell the news like events on top of everything else that has happened with this project, but it's not. That looks not good, guys. It's just not good. All right, so keep that in mind there. I think there's like I don't know how many million. It's a, I think it's like a 10%. I have to go back into the unlocks and see what they are. It's going to happen right about there. Right about there. All right, so maybe again into next month we could see maybe a slow recovery, but yeah, it's not looking good. Moving back into Bitcoin, 62,500, still kind of slipping this morning as everything else is still rocked by this news on big tech. You know, big tech out of China, of course. You know, having a DeepSeek 2.0 like event. Let me see what else we have here in chat. Oh, and there's more. Look, and wait, there's more. Speaking of which, yeah, that is an alarm for me to tell you guys that Gwei is down another 3%. Okay. South Korea, Japan, in one of the most and one more before global markets pop. South Korea, I'm not sure what you mean by that. They all just crashed last night. The Kospi did not trade yesterday because of a holiday, but we did see about $1 trillion leave the Asian markets last night. Crypto Quint says, no, I missed the bingo. Yes. Yeah. We did not do a merch giveaway. No, we were nowhere near a full card. We only got bingo once. Trump only came out for about 30 minutes, less than 30 minutes, like 26, 27 minutes. And he did not go script, not even one bit. Cliff says, bridges or hiding locations for the mobile launchers. Ooh, Truth API coming out. Yes. Crypto Quint says, bro, they keep spraying out our forests with glyphosate. What? No wonder why we have forest fires every freaking summer. Damn. It was so bad last year they were going to be in the woods. Illegal $20,000 fine if caught going in the woods. Dystopian as fuck, says Crypto Quint. Couldn't have any campfires ruined summer. Let's see. Michael this morning. Gueya's Dunzo. Please tell me you didn't let it bleed out on you. Not like half my bag, but yeah, it's not good. It's not good. My average is still at like 7.9, 7.8, so not good, Mike. But I've already chopped it off as a loss. I'm just gonna let the other half ride. Our forest, yeah, what was this? I did, Michael. That's also Crypto Quint, also a Gwei holder as well. Crypto Q, not right now. What's going on there? Sad business. Trying to see what else we have here. Cliff in the chat saying, ever wonder if some evil mofos try to turn their beautiful, thriving land into a desert? Yeah, very dystopian this morning in the chat. Holy crap, guys. All right. Bitcoin's still trading around 62.5. Let's see what else is going on in the markets this morning.
For example, Walmart, you have some of the oil companies on higher oil, ExxonMobil and so on. Some of the health insurers and biotech stocks, United Health and Eli Lilly, with a little bit of a halo effect after earnings.
Into, pandemic or recession-like stocks. Walmart's up today, 2.2%. One of the biggest movers to the upside. AT&T, and of course all the other big ones like we usually see survive the recessions, like Coca-Cola, etc. The stuff that normies really need during a recession. Oh, jeez, guys, not looking good. Not looking good. Okay, what else we have? Can we get Kramer and Friends now? Is that just going to be Dunzo too? I guess maybe. Yeah. I guess so. All right. Let's take a look and see what else we can pull out of our ass over here on Yahoo Finance. Stocks fall after Netflix whiff. Chip sell-off hammers NASDAQ. Semiconductor stocks keep falling as investors go risk off after China's moonshot move. That's the new AI, of course, that we're assuming is going to be another DeepSeek-like event. And again, guys, if you don't remember what happened to the stock market and the DeepSeek event happened, of course, in 2025, it was this little number here. Yeah, can't forget that. No, we can't. All right. Okay, so yeah, stocks keep falling as investors go risk off. Chinese startup releases powerful new AI model. That's the moonshot. Semiconductor stocks retreated on Friday. Memory and storage high flyers, Micron Technology, MU, SanDisk stocks dropped more than 2%, and Western Digital fell more than 3% in pre-market trading. Chip makers, including NVIDIA, AMD, Broadcom, Avgo, Intel, Marvell also moved lower. Qualcomm retreated as well. Among semiconductor stocks, equipment makers, Applied Materials and Lam Research also declined, each more than 4%. Let's look at the overall sentiment now this morning. See where we're at. Take a look at Bitcoin and the weather too. Right now the stock market's sitting in fear at 41. Again, the high we had this week was about 47.49 in, of course, neutral. Looking at crypto fear and greed as well this morning. Also not doing too hot, but still a little higher than we normally like to see. Anyway, 27 right now on Cointree. I don't know if that's been updating because it feels like that should be a little lower. Overall market cap right now in crypto is 2.16 trillion, 2.16. It's down about $40 billion this morning. So nothing too happy in these markets here. We did see, of course, a peak last night, about $2.21 trillion during Trump's speech, and then it started rolling over after that. Okay. Anything else happening? Let's take a look at crypto heartbeat. That is, of course, Bubbles. I guess we can go into the Dixie first. Oh man, I need coffee, guys. I need coffee. My coffee machine broke this morning. All right, let's see what's going on. On the 1 month, of course, the Dixie's still down, and it is coming back up today. On the daily, we're already up to 100.82 as people, of course, flee to the dollar. Daddy Dollar will give you its warm embrace for now. For now. Let's take a look at Bubbles, and then we'll take a look at Bitcoin. It's not looking good. Everything is selling down. It's sad when Picoin's the only thing up on the day. Damn it. What the F? Why can't this thing just die? We just saw that thing roll over like 40-50% in the last week or two. Okay, let's take a look and see what else we have here. Squeeze down 3.6% on a single day. Damn. We got Lit Lighter down 11%. Holy crap. Hype down 9%. Damn. Damn, not a bad pullback there. On Hype. Holy crap on the week. It's almost 13% down the week. Almost 20% down the month. VVV, Venice, down now 9% on a single trading day. 13% on the week, 40% on the month for Venice. Damn. Hell of a sell-off there. Could be a good opportunity once the dust settles. Let's look at the top on the 100 on the weekly. Looking for assets that are oversold now, of course. 15% or more. I want to see the blood. Where's the blood? There's a few more. There was only 1 or 2 coins here yesterday. It was just Picoin for the most part. Now we're seeing Bitcoin Cash as a runner-up, almost 15% off there, oversold on the weekly. And Lit Lighter. But other than that, it's still Picoin's game. That is about it. On the monthly, we're looking for at least 30% off or more, and Data is screaming on the month, right in front of our face. 76,000% on the up on the month. Crazy for Data. So Hype is down about 17%. Meme Core is still the most oversold at almost 60%. Picoin, of course, the runner-up there. next to it, with Venice also down about 40%. Only 3 or 4 assets still on the oversold category on the monthly. All right, and again, if you're looking at the year, nothing's really recovered yet, right? We're still hanging out here, doing pretty much nothing this year. Doing the same thing on the top 200 on the daily. Biggest mover to the downside is BP, the BP coin, a backpack coin. We've got Fartcoin down 8%, Axie Infinity down 8.7%. I can't believe that thing's still hanging out here and not dead forever, but okay. Bonk is down 10%, and Jido is down another 9.2% in the top 200 now. Crazy. Crazy. It could be a good time to be starting to load up on some Jido. All right. Let's take a look at the weekly. Only the assets that are oversold on the weekly are as follows: Nexus, Build On, Humanity Token, and Jido, Bonk, BP. We get a few more here, but still about five assets here that oversold on the weekly. And on the month, we got a Cash, we got Chili's, Build On, Humanity, Bonk, Nexus, and almost Jido, almost. So again, I want to see more blood. We're starting to accumulate some more here. There's definitely a lot more coins now oversold, at least 20%. I just want to see a little bit more, a little more pain. All right, guys, that's about it. I wish there was more. We could probably possibly see more in the coming weeks if, of course, this chip sell-off continues. I know we're probably going to get the same narrative we saw last year. Is this AI narrative real? Is this DeepSeek 2.0 real? Again, are they fudging their numbers like they told us last time with DeepSeek? They probably invested a lot more than they're saying. They did it for less than $100 million or whatever, but OpenAI has had billions of dollars invested. We'll see if we get the same sort of rhetoric next week. Okay, let's get back into Doomberg. See if anything else is breaking. Make sure I'm not missing anything here. Looks like they're still talking about Netflix. Holy shit! Really? Come on. All right, I'm going to take a look at Bitcoin's price action instead. I do like what's going on over here, though. It looks like Kimba has updated his, live heat map, and I am liking what I see here. This is pretty. This is pretty. Very nice contrast there, showing you, of course, where all the longs and the shorts are on the daily, the weekly, and the hour on the monthly. So I do like this new setup he has going here. Again, guys, if you want to catch the live book map for free, don't pay for what you get for free, right? Of course, Kimba, the White Snowland on YouTube will provide that for you as a service for free. All right, so Bitcoin right now sitting at 62,500 this morning. Just touched 62,600. Let's dive on in and see how the overall market is treating her. All right. Let's see what we got. Let's check the weather this morning, guys. The weather. 6 billion, a little bit higher overall volume than we saw yesterday, but still nothing like what we've seen, of course, in parabolic moves. Only 6 billion across the board there, flat between the bulls and the bears. We are sitting at 63,000 right now as a point of control for the bears. They're going to, of course, try to keep that area locked down for the short term. We're looking at a lot of support coming in at about 62,300 and higher, all the way up to about 62,005. We saw a quick little bounce there already this morning, and here we are. This is where we're at. Looking at the hourly, not the hourly, at the day, I guess on the hourly technically. On the daily, they actually moved it to the 12-hour instead of the daily now. That's different. That's different. I'm not sure if I'm gonna like that, but anyway, I guess on the short term, right? We've got within the last 3 to 6 hours, Bitcoin kind of going up a little bit on terms of like people putting in fresh new shorts. It's definitely coming in lower now on the heat. I definitely see what's going on now. I have to adjust to this. But yeah, it is coming in a little bit lower, a little bit stronger. We are in a very clear parallel channel between that area I mentioned earlier, 62,003 and 63,000 now this morning. All right. That sucks that I can't do my usual thing though. But it looks like we're starting to get a little bit higher within the last 2 hours? I don't know. It's going to be hard to read that now. I'm going to have to get used to it. All right, looking at the weekly, and we are starting to add a little bit more heat, of course, lower, so it's not looking great on the weekly either. We're filling in the gaps, but it's not as great as we were seeing just a few days ago. So yeah, going a little bit lower at every key level against every major zone on Bitcoin. Again, you don't have to be Neo to see through the matrix. They're going lower. On the weekly. On the monthly, again, still higher as she goes. As long as we can hold about 61, 62K, there's still a chance that we are going higher. There's still a lot more heat on the map on the lower levels than, of course, on the higher levels here on the monthly. So still the strongest we have on the board is, protecting us going lower. All right, so that's what we're looking at this morning, guys. I would say today is going to definitely be cloudy with a chance of thunderstorms. If we do lose that 62K level, gloves are off, and we're probably going to go down and possibly test a little bit lower. The largest bounce we have on the board would be about 61.8, I think. 61 cents, about 61.6. Again, respect the 6s, the 8s, and the 3s. All right, hundos. 62,700 on Bitcoin, attempting to get back above 63. We did just tap it on a quick wick, but we didn't quite get above it just yet. All right, what else we got? We are clearly hanging out on that trend line, though. We respected that very well this morning. What's going on? Are all the intro otakus real? Are any of them real? Cliff, maybe, possibly. Jeez. Sad business, says Crypto Quint. Cliff says, ever wonder if some evil mofos try to burn the thriving land into a desert? Yes, sir. Dystopian future is real, and it's coming. Booger Glider says, silver going down. Ooh, really? Let's take a look at some more dumpster fire this morning. Silver at $55 an ounce. Holy crap. Losing support at, 55. 56 $56 an ounce. It could still go down to 54. If it breaks 54, then we're probably going to be going to about 50 flat. Wow, wowzers. That's what we got on the board right now for silver. Good time to be buying some silver. Let's take a look and see what gold has going on for it as well. Falling, but still holding up a little bit better than gold so far. It could possibly lose this area it's at right now. Go down to about 3,900. If it loses that, then it's just going to be falling even further from there. 3,850. And then beyond that, we're looking at something like 3,750. So I wouldn't get too excited just too yet. Too soon, but it is definitely chopping down there. This is one of those moments where you kind of look at a chart and you're like, yeah, if that were inverse, that would be bullish, and it's definitely looking bearish this morning. Okay, let's get back to it. Where's Bitcoin? Bitcoin's at 62,779. Let's get back to TradFly, see if anything else is happening over here today. Happy Friday, guys. Happy joy to you as well. Happy Friday, Joyce in the chat. Greetings from Bricks. How's it going, Bricks? Good morning. Of course, people just waking up. If you're just waking up to this, you don't want to look at your portfolio today. The world is burning down, says Booger Glider. The world is burning down. I love the chaos in the chat this morning. Let's get it. Oh, jeez. Let's take a look at Bloomberg. Let's get back over there. And then we're getting to some doom scrolling. Crypto news coming in hot, too, 5 minutes from now. Korea market swings worse.
He follows all things ETFs from the U.S. to Korea. So, James, what do you make of this news? And do you think that this tighter regulation in Asia may spill over in the U.S.?
Yeah, I mean, I've been writing about for a few weeks now about how some of the single stock ETFs here in the U.S. might become the tail wagging dog, or in some instances are the tail wagging the dog of the underlying stock. I mean, it's unquestionable that it happened in South Korea with SK Hynix and Samsung. They just allowed these things to launch at the end of the May. As you mentioned, the regulators are trying to basically pour some water on this fire. I mean, what you have to realize here is that some of these single stock ETFs, they're the most traded ETFs and securities in Korea. It's not like they just became very big. Like they became some of the biggest things happening in Korea. So that would be like a single stock ETF here in the US, I don't know, trading as much as SPY, which is the most traded security on the planet. I mean, maybe that's a little extreme, but we're talking unprecedented levels. And the regulators themselves have been like, we regret approving these things. And part of that just has to do with the South Korean retail traders. They just love to gamble and bet on these things. And it really was creating volatility in their markets.
Yeah.
They got no choice. Employment is pretty low in South Korea. All right, anything else happening in the headlines? Let's get into crypto news now, guys. Let's get into crypto news. What's going on in crypto? Bitcoin bottom countdown nears 50 days after Bitcoin supply in loss passes 50%. Again, half of people holding Bitcoin right now is sitting at a loss. Why would they sell, right? Why would you sell at this point? Looking at the JP Morgan report eases concerns about Bitcoin. Two strong signals for Bitcoin coming from JP Morgan. This comes right after Larry Fink said this week that he's very bullish on Bitcoin and, of course, crypto. One of the topics that have been discussed in the market for a long time is undoubtedly Bitcoin sales by the biggest institutional bull strategy, and this continues to be the case. While the company eased market tensions by officially announcing it would sell Bitcoin in recent weeks, it has shifted to the focus from Bitcoin to cash reserves. While strategy's moves are closely watched by the market, a U.S. investment bank, JP Morgan Stanley, noted that the growing cash reserves are an encouraging development for Bitcoin's outlook. JP Morgan's analyst noted that strategy's increasing cash reserves are an encouraging sign for Bitcoin, adding to the growth in demand from the institutional investors in the Bitcoin futures market is also a positive sign. All right. I don't want to get into too much of the weeds there. Spend too much time on that. I did hear this morning that another old vintage crypto wallet, legacy wallet, started moving like 6,000 coins again. So again, that's what the biggest worry we have when it comes to Bitcoin in terms of sell-off is, or in terms of overall actual supply. The only big increases in supply that we have to worry about are going to be, of course, the older wallets coming in with majority of tokens, because we're only producing about 450 a day. And about one single, if we can find that article this morning, that one single wallet moving 6,000 coins, that's about 2 weeks. That's about 2 weeks of mining, Bitcoin here today. Again, eventually that won't matter, but it does today. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse compares XRP to Bitcoin, explaining XRP's biggest advantage. Whoopee. Jeez, I cannot believe this. I guess we can go into that if we have time, but that is a hot take. AI frenzy losing steam leaves Bitcoin's less volatile and South Korean stocks. Wow, damn, that's a huge comparison. Wow, Bitcoin's now less volatile than South Korean stocks, according to CoinDesk this morning. Coinbase CEO changes social media profile picture. This meme coin experiences record-breaking rise, and all, of course, other details in this particular article here. We can get into that. Some of this here. Brains. Brain, that's his meme coin. Market capitalization right now for Brain is about $20 million. The meme coin is popping off right now. I'm assuming it's just a misspelling of Brian. It's developed on a base blockchain, of course. Experienced a remarkable surge after Coinbase's CEO Brian Armstrong changed his social media picture, and that's all it takes, guys. That's all it takes. You can see his brain, I guess. He's bald. I don't know. Okay. Now, virtual protocol rapid growth could reshape the agent economy. Virtual protocol is still the largest AI marketplace we have, and it's on the Ethereum blockchain. Let's see. Why does XRP move faster than Bitcoin? Because the market cap's smaller, and there's tons of normies that favor a smaller number. That's about it. Bitcoin price falls below 63K as fresh U.S.-Iran strikes hit markets. These are a few hours ago. Ansem says token buybacks cannot fix weak crypto valuations for their project. That's Ansem. Strategy's MicroStrategy falls 79%. Could this call become a weapon if Stretch restarts? He's still trying to get a hold on that. Getting back on par. Let's see, anything else happening here? Oh wow, this person has 2 password guesses left before $840 million deletes itself forever from his wallet. That's always a fun article to read. Jeez. I guess we're gonna go into Brad Garlinghouse and why he thinks, or why he is telling his investors that Bitcoin's less volatile than I guess XRP. I guess so. Tom Lee says Ethereum's biggest bull case is no longer crypto. Damn. I can get into that hot take too from Tom Lee. I guess we'll get into that first. Come on. Ethereum trades near $1,880 right now. Where the hell is his statement? Okay. Alright. Notwithstanding, Tom Lee says the cumulative volume has now since crossed $1 billion. Robinhood chain is a big deal because it uses Ethereum as its native gas token. The transaction fees are dominated in ETH, and they settle on the Ethereum L1. Guess what? That sounds like ETH is money. That goes back to, of course, defending his ETH is money theory. Robinhood's CEO Vlad Tanev has argued that everything running on traditional rails will eventually move on chain. Robinhood CEO explained why crypto is the future, and everything is running on traditional rails will eventually become, of course, on chain.
I believe that the future of crypto is in real world assets. If an asset is not tied to underlying utility, if it's not a productive asset, what's the benefit of making another million different meme coins? There's an evolution where crypto is becoming infrastructure that powers financial markets and in particular real world assets. So tokenized stocks, you'll have tokenized futures, tokenized privates, which is an area that we're also very deep into. Everything that is running on traditional rails will eventually become on-chain tokenized. I think increasingly crypto and traditional finance will merge, and not to say that, Bitcoin is going to become less important or meaningful, but I think what drives crypto growth will be real assets with fundamental utility utilizing crypto technology.
All right, and of course that's no surprise there because Larry Fink was saying that back in 2022-23. All right. Let's see. Anything else from Tom Lee this morning? Is that it? This is a really hard read. I'm not sure what's going on with this website. Be in crypto, but my God. All right. Let's get back over somewhere else. Let's take a look and see what we got here from Brad Garlinghouse. Brad Garlinghouse compares XRP to Bitcoin, explaining that XRP's biggest advantage, and here are the details. Traditional payment methods are criticized for being cumbersome, time-consuming, and expensive, while cryptocurrencies are said to be more reliable, faster, and cheaper. No shit. While discussions on the topic continue, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse has made important statements regarding the matter. Speaking in a recent event, Ripple CEO said the problem with current payment applications isn't complexity. They're simply not designed to communicate with each other. There's friction. Garlinghouse argues that the biggest challenge in the entire payment system arises when people try to send money internationally. And of course, this is their entire narrative, cross-border payments, etc. He points out that the international money transfers are now slow, expensive, and prone to errors, sometimes causing money to stuck out in transit for weeks and requiring people to track it. Garlinghouse points that Ripple's aim is to actually solve its problem. Transferring money using XRP costs a very, very small amount per transaction. This is really not an incentive. I mean, there's tons of transactions, of course, that cost hardly anything on so many different blockchains like Solana and Sui, etc., etc. Speed and cost are only two of the things, and really matter to only people who actually use technology. Arbitrum, Injected. There's so many other assets out there that do the same thing. To further clarify XRP's role, Ripple CEO compared it to Bitcoin, stating that a Bitcoin transaction can take approximately 10 minutes. Oh no. And transaction fees can sometimes reach $10. Oh no. Garlinghouse specifically emphasized that, this was not a criticism of Bitcoin, stating that his intention was to highlight the importance of the critical role of XRP. This is a nothing article. This is a nothing article. Alright, cool. Alright, guys, let's take a look and see what's going on with TradFi. Get back over there. They're coming back in about 20 seconds. Catch up with you guys real quick before we do. Bitcoin right now trading at about 63 120. Back to 63. Let's see. When Miria. Never. Never, Miria. Do I still have that on my chart? No. Should I? Maybe. Maybe while we're waiting for them to come back, we can look at when Miria. Oh, Jesus, there's like no listings anymore. I can't even show you when Miria. I guess we'll go here. All right, looks like it just hit a new all-time low on the 16th. That was yesterday. Bouncing off that now. Of course, it's been going nothing but down since forever, right? Forever. I think it's down like 99 or 98% from the top, right? Pretty much. Something like that. Pretty much. Oh my god, dude. Ah, yeah, just gotta keep scrolling, man. Just gotta keep scrolling. Yes, sir. It's down. Is it negative yet? Jeez. Yes, 99.4% down from the top. All right. Just having a little fun with some dead coins here. Some dead poo-poo coins. Good morning, Strawberry Dragons. Of course, our favorite flavor of dragon. House DBZ news today, July 17th, 1991. The iconic Dragon Ball Z episode Approaching Destruction, or Shenron Fly Through Space, premiered in Japan. Nice. Happy Joy. Of course, shout out to Cliff. Happy Tito Fridays. Cheers. Brick says, I think I'm the only XRP fan on the channel. Maybe. You might be. No, there's more. There's definitely more. Cliff says, happy Joy, down in the heart. Down in his heart. Of course, that old song. Booger Glider says, I'll buy XRP when it hits 60 cents. Same. I'll buy it when I was buying it back in 2022, 23. I'll definitely be buying it by those prices. Booger Glider says, Wengari. That's another one too. Social media and gaming tokens are just not going to have a comeback for a while. Cliff says, Bricks 478 XRP got me into crypto. Buy 4 XRP, hits 10K, then flip it into Bitcoin. There you go. And that's the mistake, of course, every investor makes, is that they think that the other gains are going to be able to outpace Bitcoin. But by the time they're able to buy it, it won't be able to afford it. Bitcoin will be like $1 million, 1.2 million, or something like that in the later years of our lives. Booger Glider says, Siren still up from when I bought Wednesday. I'm happy to hear that for you. Everything's in a sea of red on my charts. You can see everything sitting red today, so not looking too great over here. But you feel at least I got one. Zama's not doing too bad. It's up about 1% today. Just kind of an outlier there. I did start building a bag of Zama again after Gwei had its bust, right? Did cycle some of that capital back into Zama, and AI is probably not doing well, obviously, because of the narrative we have today. Yes, sir. That's some of the darlings on our channel. Cliff says XRP, the closet token. Ooh. What the hell? All right, we got to get back to the news. Let's see what else is going on with Doomberg. Anything?
That is your Bloomberg Business Flash. Back over to Scarlett.
All right, thank you so much, Alexa.
Give me some juicy doom.
It certainly feels like we have a risk-off morning on this Friday. So let's get you to our market drivers. Market drivers is brought to you by Golden Crest Metals. Inflation, tariffs, and volatility have some investors turning to gold for stability. To get a free gold and silver info guide, and
but not right now. Wow, what a shill. They're just literally reading an ad about gold right now on Bloomberg. Okay, is Fox News? I mean, CNBC just dead now? CNBC just dead now? Yeah. Okay. So no Kramer today. That sucks. All right. I guess we'll get over to more crypto news. I guess. Let's take a look at Cointelegraph, see what they have highlighting this morning. Let's see. Stablecoin growth will erode bank deposits, says the ECB's Silophone. Okay. Yeah, so they're betting big on that. And again, we have the ECB, their decision coming out next week on interest rates. Probably going to be nothing. Bitcoin bottom countdown nears 50 days. We already covered that. Again, everyone's about half of everybody sitting in, of course, at a loss right now. So no one's going to be, of course, heading towards that door. Bitcoin, $107,000 buyers providing early signals of 2026 bear market bottom. I'm not sure where they're going with that headline. Bitcoin realized losses appear to be copying reversal structure that marked the previous bear market bottoms, with the 69K a new Bitcoin price battleground. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much where we've been struggling to get back above 69K. All right. I'm kind of over that. Ordinals advocates Leonidas proposes new Bitcoin client. And again, they're really just trying to really make that push to get developing back on Bitcoin again. Anything? Man, there's really nothing else pushing the headlines that I really want to read. God, that sucks. Everything's older too. Okay. Let's take a look at CoinDesk, and then I guess we're going to do some doom scrolling for the real news over on Crypto Twitter. Guys, did you hear? Did you guys hear that Bitcoin Twitter's back? Did you guys hear? It's back. Jeez. Yeah, that one came out yesterday. It was like kind of fun. Bitcoin Twitter's back, guys.
Yeah. Bitcoin Twitter is back.
Bitcoin Twitter? That son of a bitch is back.
You can't handle Bitcoin Twitter.
Say hello to my Bitcoin Twitter!
That's a...
Jeez. Okay. Let's see. Anything else from CoinDesk? One last try, and then we'll get over the Bitcoin Twitter. Nothing. Ethereum falls twice as hard as Bitcoin. Hype down drops 10% as the chip trade unwinds. Pretty much everything we already covered this morning on that. That's all I have to say about that. Okay, I'm over it. Let's go back to Crypto Twitter. Crypto Twitter, here we come. Alright guys, if you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe. Down below you, there's some buttons. It would be really great if you hit them. Specifically this one, but if you don't, you hit that one too if you want. Don't forget to also subscribe if you like what you're seeing, the content you're seeing today. Also, we're here every single morning and evening covering, of course, the news as it comes live in the morning open and the foreign market open. Every single day, twice a day. Alright, so yeah, let's get back over into some Crypto Twitter. What do we got? The Crypto Clarity Act faces hearing today in bid to reach Trump's desk. Did we not have that meeting yesterday for ethics? It was supposed to be on ethics. Supposed to be bringing Trump and his, of course, family's investments into the limelight, the red light, I guess. I guess we didn't get that meeting. There was no news on it at all whatsoever. U.S. House will hold a hearing on the Clarity Act today at 10 a.m., which is happening right now, as lawmakers push to advance legislation before the August recess. Revised draft is expected to be released publicly today. This is, of course, the time frame we're still on. I guess that's good. I wonder if we can actually get any of those on the tube today. Clarity Act draft. Here we go.
Any American regulator. Under this framework, registered exchanges would live under the disciplines that have protected investors for generations: segregated customer assets, capital requirements, surveillance, and federal examination. Bullish follows these principles voluntarily today.
All right. So that's, I think that's the Bullish CEO. All right, we'll wait and see if there's anything else popping up over there. I'll kind of go back and forth as we get through some more news here on Crypto Twitter. Breaking strategic Bitcoin reserve on the agenda for today's hearing. Of course, that's all the rage right now. There we go. The head of Bullish, who's speaking right now, is Miss Randy Abernathy. And then after her, we're going to have Wisdom Tree, then Coin Center speaking on the matter. Yeah, I guess later on in the afternoon, we might go into debate. Hopefully. I don't know. That'll be later this afternoon. Congress holds a hearing to discuss Crypto Clarity Act today. This is all the rage right now, which should be in our space. Bitcoin ripped to 65,000 on a soft CPI print. Russell doesn't buy that as a reason. Okay, I don't know. Where they're going with that. Clarity Act brings certainty, production, and integrity for the market. Cynthia Lummis confirms the Clarity Act is establishing a definitive legal framework for the United States digital asset sector. Legislation provides a long-awaited regulatory certainty that developers need to scale on-chain infrastructure while endorsing robust protection for both retail and institutional investors. She asserts that the Clarity Act brings certainty for the developers, protection for investors, and integrity for the markets. 100% what we've been missing for a while. Legislative milestone aims to restore integrity in the domestic markets by clearly defining the SEC's and CFTC's jurisdictions over various digital asset classes. Again, the goal is to divvy it up between the CFTC and the SEC for securities and commodities regulations. And not like the last administration where it was just a cop on the beat with Gary Gensler and the SEC, his fingers and everything. Massive crash in Japan. $400 billion has been wiped out for the Japanese stock market today as the Nikkei crashes more than 4%. And I already showed you guys this morning on Crypto Twitter. It was a bloodbath in the Asian markets. Almost $1 trillion wiped out overnight. Breaking the White House claims that China obtained 220 million of voter records. Again, we heard about this last night in Trump's address to the public. It wasn't great. It wasn't a great address to be 100% focused on just this political agenda. It is concerning if any of it is true, which I'm sure some of it is, because some truth is always somewhere in the middle. But when it comes to these two parties, yeah, that's the majority of what we saw last night. I don't want to get into that again. Coin Bureau, watch Coinbase CEO on your bank account pays you as your bank account pays you nothing. Of course, they're telling you about stablecoin rewards. Yeah. What else is new? Michael Saylor says as of 4 hours ago, fiat currency is the problem. Companies, institutions, securities, and technologies and strength of Bitcoin are part of the solution. We can debate ideas without mistaking allies for enemies. 100%. When you look at fiat currencies over time, they of course deplete to nothing. Yes, like the dollar right now, which is down, 90-some% since the 30s, right there, 97%. Since the early 1800s or late 1700s, down 97% since inception. The pound sterling down 99.7% since inception, and then of course all these other currencies that are pretty much gone away or are worth anything to begin with. Again, some of them just starting back up. But yeah, all fiat of course ends with the same result because there's no second
Which
best.
one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay, what's the second best? There is no second best.
Raoul Paul says that AI has become a race between nations, companies, and open source communities. He believes the competition will continue attracting massive investment because no major player can afford to fall behind, and AI is the new global arms race. Yeah, that's what it seems like. Jack Dorsey explaining Bitcoin and CEO of Norway's 1.8 trillion sovereign wealth fund.
Bitcoin is used not just as a store of value, but as a currency to move money around between people or between businesses and people or businesses and businesses. As that becomes more and more a thing, which I do think it becomes over the next 5 years, then we can launch Cash App and Square in every single country that has the internet. And that allows us to serve more people better, faster. And because Bitcoin is open, it's not controlled by one company, it's not controlled by any one government, it's completely transparent. People can see what it does, and we can solve all the problems that we would task with governments and companies to solve by doing it transparently and by doing it openly. All
right, that goes on for about 5 minutes. I am not playing the whole thing. That's a terrible resolution. Okay, what else we got?
The other 2 months.
That's about
thank
it
you, Mr.
right
Chairman,
now.
And welcome, Mr. Chairman.
That's old. That's from the old committee hearing on Bitcoin. I don't know why it constantly plays things now. You play one video and it plays everything. All right, I guess that's it, guys. We're kind of running into the weeds here. Seems like we've already gotten up to date with crypto news today. Coinbase kills Ethereum staking support on Arbitrum, Polygon, and Optimism. Wow. Coinbase announced 15 hours ago that it will terminate deposit withdrawal support for staked ETH asset, CB ETH, across several major Ethereum L2s. The Ethereum L2s suffer are Arbitrum, Optimism, and Polygon, coming into effect on August 17th. Coinbase will continue to support Coinbase ETH deposits on its own base L2 and market mainnet. So some of those are going away for support. You can still, of course, stake them in their respective wallets. Yeah. And other staking pools are available. Someone open sourced a tool that turns any phone into a full 3D world in time. Oh my god. This is getting crazy. I did see one where, yeah, again, these drones were like mapping in, like city streets and like offices with like full blown like textures and 3D models. It was insane how fast this stuff is going.
On behalf of the United States.
What is this? China already blackmailed U.S. administration official. The report was published today at the White House. This is the report we got. What the hell? Yeah, trust me, bro. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Treasury.
Anything else going on?
But they're being.
Oh, Plan B. It's been a while since we heard anything from Plan B. Plan B says as of July 15th, of course, Bitcoin can still drop below realized price 53K like it did every bear market bottom. But October $126,000 top was not the cycle top in his opinion, based on the stock to flow valuation, because it can still go to 500K, $250,000, $1 million range, the cycle 2026 to 2028. He's saying he's saying we're in an extended cycle, and he's calling for $250 to $1 million range somewhere between now and 2028. That's crazy. I mean, 2028 is the next halving. I don't know if I agree with him on this, but yeah, he definitely was wrong in the prior cycles, calling for $100,000 in 2021. If you guys don't remember that one, that's what happened. That's what he's known for, and he's still making predictions. So. Interesting. I mean, his blue dots are still the only thing we're hanging out down here. No red dot at all in sight. That's one of the main reasons why he calls for that. Yeah, because we should be really at an exponential higher than we are now. All right, and the Bitcoin rainbow chart says the same thing as well. It's pretty much the same thing over here as well. We're beyond Bitcoin is dead territory. Bitcoin's in a fire sale. On the original chart, which is still my favorite, Bitcoin's been dead now for like 3 months, something like that, and then beyond dead too. Beyond dead, yes, from the Bitcoin rainbow chart. All right. Let's get back to TradFi, guys. See what's going on over here. Then we're kind of slowing down. Might be time to head out for the day. Let's take a look and see what they're talking about now. Semiconductor index down about 1.4%. What are you guys doing in the chat? Ethics sold under red lights, says Cliff in the chat. T-Row price active crypto ETF tokens, TKNZ. That's a decent ticker there. Red lights, yeah. Happy joy. Shout out to Jake, the king of Ohio. Of course, in the chat. How's it going, Jake? Salutations, Joy. Salutations. We got Cliff with the Bitcoin Foundation. T-Row price launches first actively managed multi-crypto ETF. Bitcoin ETFs inflows hot. 368 million in 3 days. Is it the first managed multi-crypto ETF though? Because I mean, we did get a few of them starting to pop up last year. Maybe this stuff they actually got launched. I don't know. Maybe they got listed. The ones that got listed last year maybe didn't launch. Jacob Six says we are in a Bitcoin is gay part of the chart. Yes, that's exactly where we are. We are in the buy zone, 100%. Jacob Snakes, I've still been buying $10 a day, guys, of Bitcoin. Haven't stopped. Jacob Snakes got a little one here for us as well. What do we got? A little number here. Breaking SpaceX shares are down 41% since their peak, erasing over $1 trillion of market value. How are we doing this morning? Are we down underneath the 131? 126. Look how, guys, this is so funny. It might actually hit my bear market low. $74 would be insane. That was basically the half from where they started trading. Early investors started trading. Insane, guys. This is crazy where we're at right now with SpaceX. Don't forget, early investors are only allowed to sell here, and that's about August 3rd. And then Clarity Act, of course, could stay, take some liquidity away from this as well. If again Clarity does pass, all bets are off for crypto going lower into the later summer months. Okay. What else we have? Hopefully some trash tokens pop off, says Cliff. I hope so. For everybody, I hope. I hope so. All right. Anything else from TradFi? And then I guess we're out, guys. I guess we're out.
Unknown has been resolved, at least for now.
There you go.
All right.
Wall Street likes certainty. This we know.
Well, you know, salad eaters like certainty.
Gold heads
too,
for
so
second weekly drop as war face raises.
Get my $20 salad from
hikes
this week
fears.
after saving up for it all week.
How's the Fed's decision going? Fed decision July sitting right now. Coming up, not really, no. Still sitting at 95.9%. No change, no change. 25% basis increase, sitting at a 3.8% chance. No dice, not happening, not happening. SpaceX pullback, okay with me. Bullish future, says Cliff. Oh my God. Jeez. All right, guys, I think that's it. Bitcoin sitting at 63,300. Yeah, still kind of chopping here. If you guys didn't catch the morning open, of course, winning too much winning on the channel, showing you where Bitcoin is likely going to go, of course, by the morning open, like we do every single night. Yeah, baseline bear, baseline bear.
We're going to win so much.
Too much winning. I just wanted to be wrong. That's it. I just wanted to be wrong, guys. That's all I ask every single night. I was hoping for a super bear. I was hoping to be wrong and get super bear, but no, no dice. Only, of course, the usual baseline bear on Bitcoin. 63,200, up a little bit from the open. We did start the open today at about 63 flat. We did fall to 62,600 at about 4 o'clock in the morning. So not a bad little bounce there, but we are again stuck between a parallel channel at 62.5 and about 63.3. So we're about ready to break through, possibly already this morning. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. Hopefully more doom tonight. I'm not sure when he's going to start the bombs again. Doesn't seem like they really stopped, but I'm sure there's going to be more doom soon. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you all again tonight. Have a safe travels if you're going anywhere, if you're having any fun this weekend, and if you're trading, maybe just that time to walk away from your portfolio and forget about it for a little while. It'll all come back again soon. Later, guys. Later.
Fly me to the moon. Let me trade among the stars. Let me see what freedom's like without money and gold bars. In other words, hold my key. Oh! In other words, let's make history. Oh, do my wrong, ignore wrong, and let me huddle forevermore and more and more and more and more. I'm on board. Hollywood shop in the door. In other words, I should you. In other words, I love you.
How low can she go? How low can she go? Damn, SpaceX. Insane, man. Insane. Whoever caught that wick yesterday is just like a god. A god. Crazy, guys. Crazy. All right. Have a good one, guys. Later.
Watch the cash burn, land fade. A new world rises. We've made the trade. The robots are rising. ICE taking the crown. But we're the ones that won't back down.
Bet.